Hello and happy birthday to my Aquarius. This is a bonus video for you all. Like I said, you will be getting bonus videos throughout your birthday season. Happy birthday to each and every one of you, Aquarius. All right, I've already prayed over your cards. You all are going to have a great week. Let's set an intention here. So let's set an intention over your reading. Let's set an intention over your reading. I've already cleared the energy space. And let's do it. Let's get you ready for this week. We are still in a new moon phase, but we're about to cross over into first quarter moon. First quarter moon. So it's a waxing crescent moon. Waxing crescent moons are about setting intentions, right? Setting intentions. Setting intentions. All right. Don't forget to pull your birth chart. The link below is to pull your full birth chart. Your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. Your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. Your moon sign connects you with your personal intelligence, the intellect. Its light is supplied by the sun, symbol of spiritual intelligence, right? This influx of spiritual intelligence has regular periods of flooding the consciousness, and there is a definite relation between the body consciousness and the moon. You want to make sure that you know what your moon sign is. You can also go to Google after you pull your birth chart. You don't need your time of birth, Aquarius. You don't need your time of birth to pull your birth chart for your moon sign. But after that, you can go to Google and just type in how to nurture whatever your moon sign is for your gender, right? Yeah. Because what you learned in that last cycle, as everyone learned, we had a full wolf moon in Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, is what was concealed is now being revealed, right? So Uranus went stationed direct in Taurus. Uranus is the Fool card. That's one of your ruling planets. It's an outer planet. It's a generational planet, right? And you want to make sure. So sometimes you're not able to make the immediate connection because it's so far away from the sun in terms of like distance, right? Your purpose. You can't make the immediate connection because it's a generational planet. Sometimes it takes a minute for you to process, like, you know, going back and looking at some of the decisions that you made. Could have been bad risk. You could have felt foolish, you know, and trying to process those things. But knowing what your moon sign is, like I said, it's personal intelligence, the intellect. It's a light, like I said before, supplied by the sun. We know that the sun illuminates the moon, and it's symbolized of spiritual intelligence, right? So let's get into it. Let's set the tone for your reading. I start each day with a positive attitude. That's right. You start each day with a positive attitude. A positive attitude. All right. We're going to start with some oracle cards. No, let's start with the number cards. Numerology. Number card. Numbers are also really, really important. Make sure with your, you know, with the rising of the moon, you're taking your notes. You know, you got a journal right next to you. You know, you can open up the notes section of your cell phone and journal your notes, like whatever you're downloading through your dreams, how you feel when you first wake up. Get disciplined about that, Aquarius. Get real disciplined about that, because Source is actually revealing things to you all through your dreams, your intuition, daydreams, night dreams. A lot of people have psychic abilities and they don't even realize they have psychic abilities because they just jump out of bed and just race out of the house rushing, right? Take a minute. Getting downloads. Fifth dimensional thinking. 673 is your number. It's time to level up. Your angels want you to level your thinking up to the fifth dimension, Aquarius. You are stuck in mundane struggles and material world values, right? Reframe your thoughts, keeping the big picture in view. Connect to your purpose and the value lessons you are learning at this very moment. Draw another card with the intention of guidance as to your next steps, right? Fifth dimension thinking. All right. That's one. Let's pull another card for you. We're going to get some information for you. Some more information for you. Start each day with a positive attitude. Start each day with a positive attitude. We're going to dive into tarot in just a second here. Everyone has closed out a cycle. Right now, you should be allowing your body to sync with the rhythms of the moon. Process those emotions where you get up, take a minute to just slow down, okay, Aquarius? I'm slowing down, so I want you all to get it. Baby steps, 3, 4, 5 baby steps. Little by little, it will get done. The overwhelm you feel is not unnoticed by your angels. They ask you to reconfigure your perspective, and instead of focusing on the big picture, look at the immediate next step. Organize your thoughts on paper. What I say, y'all see me shuffling the cards. This is journaling, right? And write down your baby steps, what your baby steps will be in the forthcoming days. 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's get a few more oracle cards and we're going to jump into tarot. Let's see here. Start each day with a positive attitude. All right. The moon will reveal a lot of secrets that you all have not been aware of, that you've not been paying attention to. I read your comments, and I look at your comments. Read the comments. A lot of you all don't understand why you all may have been fired from jobs, why some of your relationships have ended, why certain things have happened. You have a lot of questions that you need answered, and they are in your dreams, right? And so Source is showing you the physical evidence of that, shining a light on it, on the secrets around things that were hidden from you. Source is actually revealing what was concealed, what was hidden from you. Surrender. Yeah. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe, right? So you want to surrender to Source because, again, Source, the creator, is the one who's giving you the downloads. The creator is giving you those downloads from within. You're getting answers from within. So that's who you're surrendering to, is to Source. You're starting each day with a positive attitude, right? Very positive attitude. All right. Creating art. Creating art. Somebody's getting ready to start believing in their dreams again. You're getting ready to start believing in your dreams again. A lot of you all are artists. 1 and 7 is 8. 8. You're starting to get focused again. You know, art is subjective, right? So Source is saying it's subjective, right? And so you can look at this image here, and some will look at this image and see a face. Some people will look at this image and see something, you know, maybe they see something totally different when they look at this, right? So we're talking about water. You have had, when we talk about the number 17, 1 and 7 is 8, you have had a lot of karmic relationships in your lives, Aquarius, that you have not been able to figure out for the life of you why. The major question is why. And the questions have been in your moon sign. The answers have been in your moon sign. Source has been trying to reveal something to you about the types of energies that keep you in the dark, that are attracted to your energy. A lot of you all have been living in purpose. Your sign, your card is the Star card, right? A lot of you all have been attracting karmics and couldn't figure out for the reason why. Why do you attract these type of relationships? Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, let's go. That's what Source is saying. Surrender to these gifts. Start believing in yourselves again. There are a lot of energies that are attracted to you, but it's a particular type of energy that a lot of people and these are a lot of leaders who don't even understand why they are having such Job experiences. And it doesn't matter. Some of your managers have had Job experience. Well, some of your spiritual leaders, religious leaders, Job experiences. The answer is right there, smashed between, for those of you all who like to read the Bible, the book of Nehemiah and the book of Job. which is the book of Esther, is right there. The answers are right there in that book, right there. A lot of people attract Haman spirits and don't really know why. But Haman and Judas Iscariot has the same kind of a spirit. Their spirits are intertwined. When you read, when you know their spirits, when you really study that spirit of betrayal, those are energies who don't want to do the shadow work. Those are two energies. They're characters that don't want to do the shadow work. That's where a lot of people who are leaders, who are operating in purpose, attract those type of spirits, Aquarius. Those, if you want to know the answer, it's right there in those, right between in the book of Esther. For those of you all who want to know, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. You have two energies right now who have Taurus and Libra. You have two vain and vengeful spirits. Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. But the dark side, that's what's concealed, right? What's revealed is that Venus, light side, is art, music, aesthetics, life that you're loved and life that you're pleased with. But the dark side, what was concealed, is that it's also a planet. The dark side of Venus is that it's vain, vengeful, green with envy. You have some energies that are green with envy. They have been green with envy because you found your light, Aquarius. Helping you all with some secrets here. The important characters in the book of Esther, Aquarius, is Mordecai, King Xerxes, Haman, and Esther. Right? If you're talking about your first house now, you left a cycle. Fool card is closed out. It's now station direct, right? Yeah, some energies are turned upside down on their head right now because you have figured out some things that they did not want you to figure out. You don't have any issues, Aquarius, with anyone in leadership, period. That's what these energies don't realize. Yeah. We're going to pull we're going to start out with a 6-card spread for you all. Matter of fact, you found your star card. Remember, stars shine bright at night, right out there with the moon, right? That's being... So a lot of you have already found you now that you realize you found your star. You found your light. And that first full moon that we had in Cancer, Cancer is ruled by the moon, exposed a lot of things about you all, Aquarius, that you all are literally getting back into creating art again. Some of you all are singers, some of you all are musicians, some of you all are artists in some form, painters, like this person right here, painter, right? So you're starting each day, but you're fifth dimensional thinking now. You're just taking baby steps, little by little, we'll get it done, right? But a lot of you all, like I said, let's start out. Here we have, yeah, right? So, you have the Page of Cups here. You have the Ace of Cups here. Something new is being created that you're protecting, right? Something new that you're protecting, Aquarius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the Devil card, right? So water. A lot of you all have had a lot of energies around you that have tried to mirror you, who have tried to mirror your compassion, who have tried to mirror just you, like copy you, right? So I'm going to try to walk this slowly. I'm talking to men and women, Aquarius, so however you identify. But talking to men and women, so just take whatever resonates with you all. Like I said, you're going to start each day with a positive attitude. It's fifth dimension thinking now. Just take some baby steps. Slow yourselves down. Slow it down. Now that something has been turned upside down, inside out, meaning what was concealed has now been revealed to you, about some things that were done in the dark that has now come to light. That's you, again, knowing what your moon sign is, knowing exactly how to nurture yourself, exactly what sets you apart from every other Aquarius on the planet. The thing about Hammon spirits, just like Judas spirits, they betray people, and they don't have a problem betraying people, but they get to, their goal is to get to the highest level. Like they try to position themselves as being, some of you all have worked with these types of spirits. They try to position themselves to be in the second in command, right? Second in command, up under the person who is the king in command, source, right? But what they haven't done was the shadow work. So they try to hide in the shadows of, they like to be connected to leaders. They like to say, oh, I'm friends with this person, I'm friends with that person, I'm friends with this person. They have their pick-me spirit, right? And so they don't really know their worth and their value. And so they do a lot of yes this, yes that, yeses. But secretly, these types of energies can come in an organization and ruin an organization. So therefore they ruin people's idea of their idea of what they were building. And a lot of leaders don't see it until after the fall of something that they built. So this is a lesson for you all to learn. That's why Source is saying baby steps, fifth dimensional thinking, right? But you have uncovered, Aquarius, something that you're starting to see, something that you have had to learn in your karmic cycles, because the karmic cycle is broken now, but you're going back. That's why I tell you to slow down, stay out of the spaceship, and pay attention, because now you all are operating in purpose. You're operating in purpose, right? So the significance of Mordecai, the meaning of that name is victorious for truth, a spiritual power working within each soul for its full redemption, right? So the humility of this particular spirit that comes in as Esther's cousin in this story, right? This energy, Hammon, who was second in command, which like a lot of you all have learned in the workplace, you may not have had a problem with your top manager, your leadership, right? But you may have had an issue with someone who wanted to be in that position, but they had this chip on their shoulder because they're not willing to do the shadow work to even get to that level of humility. That's why some of you all meet leaders. We're not talking about title and position. Y'all meet leaders who are not threatened by you. They don't mind helping you to get to the next level, because what does it hurt them? You worked under them. They help to cross train you to get to the next level. They don't see you as a threat. Matter of fact, they like, oh yeah, I work with that person. They see you as an energy that they would not mind working under if it ever came to that, because they know you. They're familiar with your leadership style. But Hammon spirits are not like that. That's why a lot of people miss that. That's why a lot of energies miss it, Aquarius. But you are not missing it. You're okay whether you are invited to things or you're not invited to things, because you can sit back and watch those types of spirits and how they come in and they will bring down an entire empire that people build. So you're creating something new. You're creating something new. Somebody has these types of energies are direct competition to the king. They are direct competition to the king. The only thing you can think of that has direct competition to that would be arrogant enough, because those spirits are very arrogant, is the devil, right? Only energy you can think of that is that arrogant. But the way the devil is very crafty. So the devil knows how to get to the second in line. The number 2 in numerology symbolizes peace, right? And so they create a lot of confusion. So a lot of spiritual leaders, a lot of leaders, and you sit back and you watch it. And a lot of them who have their second in command don't even realize why they're having a Job experience, because they got the second in command sitting right there in their ear, creating a bunch of chaos and confusion, getting all the gossip on people, right? Same thing in your office, your work office where you work. So you thinking that it was your manager that was behind. So why doesn't my manager just speak up? It's the one that was the second in command that did it. Setting a trap for people, but not just for you, but also for the leader, the one that's in higher level position. But you're free from all of that ruthlessness, right? There's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius involved in something. Let me see what other information we have about these energies. Somebody who has a God complex. Well, what do you want to know about this energy? This could be an ex-friend, ex-love interest, or ex-whomever. They could have their sun or moon could be Aries, the characteristics of the energy. That's why it's important for you to know what your moon sign is to pour into you. Their sun, moon. Sun or moon could be Aries, right? Dark side of Aries energy. We're not talking about a light Aries. A light Aries is very powerful in that they are, very strong leaders, right? Very, very strong leaders. We're talking about a dark entity here, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, right? Somebody is definitely threatened by your light high priestess. You had to go through the dark to realize that you're a prayer warrior and step into the light. This is moon connected to your moon, right? Fifth dimensional thinking. It's time for you to level up, right? Here's the Four of Cups. There's some energies who are, basically saying that you're depressed, your back is against the wall, blah, 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 blah. That's not true. But they're also saying the same thing about, a young person as well. We're talking about message of a young person. Somebody feels like their back is against the wall. They don't have anything, so on and so forth. Trying to get you to play games. But again, the devil is very crafty, right? Very crafty. We're not talking about any Capricorns in particular. We're talking about a spirit that opposes the creator, the king, source, right? Somebody who feels like it's this their way or the highway. So we're talking about water. We're talking about creativity, right? We're talking about creativity. We're talking about the sacral chakra. You got to mix it all up because, again, the devil does play games on people's minds. But you're smarter than that. You're much smarter than that. You've already seen something a lot of people don't want to see. You're divinely protected. Divinely protected. Somebody had an ex who jumped to conclusions about your gifts, Aquarius. They jumped to conclusions about your gifts, right? You're not operating in arrogance because you don't have an issue with someone else's star rising. Remember, your symbol is a star in tarot. Why in the world would you have an issue with someone else's star operating in their purpose? You don't. You don't. Somebody is basically saying there's an energy that's ruthless, right? That you're free from. But there's an energy that's ruthless that's saying that somebody doesn't have any money, so they may have to resort to doing something else for money. Their back is against the wall. They have a lot of wishes they're trying to fulfill. They're trying to mirror something for money themselves. You're not the one with issues with money, okay? But this energy is simultaneously trying to literally from the inside is a Judas Iscariot spirit that is literally trying to mess up an entire organization. And these people keep letting these energies get away with it. This energy has a God complex and a God spirit. This is really deep. You're not the one that's sitting here depressed. That's not you. What did I say? Somebody wants something for money and will do anything for it. But it's already been exposed. It's already been exposed. You know what's coming to mind? 3 blind mice. We're talking about spiritually blind to the number 3. Number 3 is very powerful. All numbers are powerful. The light side of the number 3 in numerology is that it's creative, optimistic, social, loyal, sincere. But the dark side of the number 3 is scattered energy, impulsive. Sounding like anybody you know? Overindulgent, sensitive to criticism. Right? So it's just saying there's some energies that's basically saying if you would just surrender to them. This is an energy that I'm telling you all, Aquarius, if you go back through, so if somebody's having a tower moment, if you go back through some of your exes, every time you try to get closer to source, I'm telling you, your issue is not with any church, mosque, temple, any leader you've ever worked under. You're now in the light. We're talking about 5th dimensional thinking. You're talking about whoever you were with that was that close to any higher up. You were close with a second manager in line. If you dated or was married to somebody that was very close to leaders, whatever the case may be, those energies, they have been responsible for taking down just entire empires, because for them, it's their way or the highway. They go around and they collect dirt. This is water right here. They collect dirt on energies. We're talking about an out of aligned sacral chakra, completely out of alignment. Their feelings have been out of alignment from the ages, something happened between the ages of 8 years old and 14 years old that they do not want to address at all. Everything about our bodies are made up of a large percentage of water. Everything about what reeks out of them. There's something that just they give off a scent. Everything has a scent. Ear, nose, throat chakra, right? When they talk, they give off a scent. The smell, ear, nose, throat, right? Gives off a scent, right? And they're ruthless. They're ruthless. Something that you're free of, but they try to convince everybody. They're trying to convince somebody who is younger. We're talking about page energy here. That, okay, all the money has run out for something. Person feels like somebody's back is against the wall. You want your wishes fulfilled. We got to create something new. But it's something that's so toxic that they're trying to create. This is an energy who has told you to your face, Aquarius. And I don't know who I'm talking to man and woman, Aquarius. Every time you try to get close to source, right? Every time you try to get close to source, it doesn't matter what your religious background is, right? Because you don't have any issues with religion, right? That's for somebody to say that about another person, they really don't know. So they don't really know you, Aquarius. I feel like you have a solid relationship with the Creator. But this energy hates the fact that you love God. Let's put it out there in the light. They hate that you love God, because if you love God more than them, that's what they hate. They're not saving anybody. They come in like they knight in shining armor savior, and that's what's being hidden. So mirroring spirits, once you moved on, Aquarius, what did they go do? They went to go find somebody. Y'all need to pay attention, okay? They went to go find somebody who they think that could mirror you in every way, shape, form, or fashion. But what you found out, they still have that person in the dark about. Let's see what they have that person in the dark about. Spirit, give me some information about what they have that person in the dark about. What information? Yeah, because they still won't deal with their shadow self of what happened with them at a young age. They still won't deal with that. And whether you know what it is or not, you have figured out that there's something where they're stuck. Something in them is that they're stuck there, right? But somehow they were able to position themselves, becoming familiar with how do you get to the second person in command. How do you get to the second person in command? You get all the way up here, so you've collected a lot of dirt on people. So you think, right? Right? Except you, light high priestess. You know your worth and you know your value, right? They have a pick-me spirit. They have a pick-me spirit. They will be the very ones that will kiss a king's cheek and betray them and bring down an entire empire. Here's the Seven of Wands here. You already won because you got away from that type of an energy who hates the fact that you love God, and their only responsibility in your life is that they surrender to source. You're not surrendering to, you're not not going to be in a relationship with somebody who is all about the outer appearance. You're not, no. And you're not operating in fear at all. Yeah, here we have the Ace of Cups here. So yeah, something new is being created. Yeah, for you and somebody. So yeah. But you're divinely protected. You have nothing to worry about. You already broke away from a karmic relationship. Yeah. So what this mirroring spirit that your ex replaced you with, whether it was replaced a new person in your position at work, they're not getting the same as what they got from you, because you came to work as a cheerful giver to source, not to your job. You were not a reporting in for work for whoever was sitting in the position. You were a cheerful giver to source. That's who you were grateful for, to source, right? Same thing, and for some of you all who have been married or engaged or whatever, how are you going to submit to somebody who can't even submit to God for real? They wanted you to make them your God. No, sir, and no, ma'am. That will never happen. That's not going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, or ever. The thing that they have in the shadow was somebody who they backfilled in your job or your position. That's the reason why they're having a tower moment, is because this person, you, Aquarius, came to work taken into the max for source. Same thing in some of your relationships. You took it to max for source in your humility to source. That's why you're not worried about. That's why y'all are not going back to that energy of confusion, because it's been exposed. It's already been exposed. It's a double victory. That is why you don't operate in fear. Here's the Page of Pentacles, new lease on life. That is why you don't operate in fear. You will not be talked down to or treated less than. Period. Okay? So some kind of a new partnership is coming across your path, and in your personal and your professional life, where you will be treated as a partner because of your cheerfulness and your humility to source. Let's go back to the energy in your love relationship that your ex, or some of you all's exes, thought that they were replacing you. That's not your issue. You're not worried about an ex and who they use, whatever. What's being hidden is this card right here, right? If they had children with somebody, they need to go get a blood test, because the person who they think that they had a child with is not biologically related to the energy. That's what's hidden. We're going to take it down to the next level too. Because again, like I said, fifth dimensional thinking, you taking baby steps. It will get done. You're not overwhelmed, right? Yeah, you surrender to source. Yeah. You don't care about somebody calling you the devil. So, you know more the devil than they are, whoever they are, right? Your issue has never been with I'm telling you, your issue has never been with anybody, because that's the star energy. Is once you find your light, you want other people. It's to your benefit for other people to operate in purpose. It's a lot of managers, a lot of leaders and organizations. It doesn't matter what organization, whether it's religious organizations, government, whatever the case, is going to start taking a hard, long look at their person's second in command. They're going to start taking a long, hard look at these second in command people that don't want to do the work. And we're not talking about college degrees either. We're talking about do the energy work. These Judas spirits. That's getting rid of good employees like you, Aquarius, messing up your life, at least trying, but that's how you found your purpose. And also in your relationships. That's why some of y'all, like I said, somebody was obsessed, literally obsessed with you. It's two energies who are into dark magic, who are literally obsessed with you. Obsessed. Two types of energies. They're karmics. They're karmics. They are literally obsessed with you. So they're trying to make somebody else pay for something. They're trying to make somebody else pay for something. Trying to say you're crazy, you're mentally ill, you're such and such, and blah, blah, blah. No, you just figured it out. Fifth dimensional thinking. I feel like moving forward, Aquarius, you all, if somebody maybe start studying metaphysics. I think somebody gonna start studying, right? Your ancestors have been trying to tell you about these two energies. Yeah, two energies. Your ancestors have been trying to tell you about them. Somebody hasn't been. You had a lot of other energies in your ear, but there's two of your exes who like to position themselves to the second in command. So it almost gives the impression that they have a lot of power, but they really don't. They haven't done the energy work. They haven't done the energy work. These are two of your exes that you genuinely did love, right? But they haven't done the energy work. You're just going to start to notice that as soon as you start talking about the living water, that's why so much water here, the living water, your savior inside of you that saved you, right? Your creator, water, creative energy, your creator. That's when for them, they start boiling hot mad. They hate anything that's going to give attention to something other than them. You've gone through a long and arduous journey. Yeah, you will never go back to that. Never. They sitting somewhere with their eyes squinted mad. Hot fire mad at you. Creating a bunch of chaos and confusion, but you just added some clarity to some things. You're dealing with dark magician energy, right? You let source fight your battles. Yeah. So since they talking about it, they can go talk about that too. Telling lies about people behind their back, saying you're depressed, your back is against the wall, they got images and pictures and this and that and so on and so forth. When the truth of the matter is, like I said before, you're having a total recall of some things of how these energies, some of you all were married to, dated, worked for, all of this, energies who have a God complex. A complete and total abuse of power. Complete abuse of power. They really want to be number one, but they not. So they're going to abuse number two, bring down number one in the whole organization with gossip and lies. That's been exposed. You can defend your decision to move on from this without even coming across as defensive. You got too many other good ideas to move on. You got money coming your way. You and somebody have money coming your way. A lot of people's issues are not with spiritual leaders, religious leaders, and all this other stuff. But people had to get to the crux of what was really going on in these organizations. I'm telling you, it's just with religious leaders. There's too many religious organizations who have helped people. I'm talking about genuinely have helped people, have a heart to serve people, want to see people do well. It's not them. It's they need to look at what's going on with that structure. Same with these other organizations. Look at the structure. Who got an inside, bringing all the gossip. They so familiar with this. They familiar with that. Haven't sat down and studied anything. Familiar. All they do is gossip. Something is about your money. 5 and 3 is 8. We talk about money exchange numbers. Something get focused. And we saw here something having to do with your hands. You have very healing hands. Something about your hands is just very, very healing. And you're talking about creating something with your hands. So you could be writing a book. That's creativity. You're writing songs, creating art. Something that you're doing. This is pottery and clay. Something that you're building. But this is how you were created from the creator. This is how you build. This is how you were built. Yeah. Look at your auric layer. You're in harmony and peace. You are in sync. I'm telling you, you're tapped in. This is your rebirth. 3 and 6 is 9. 3, 6, 9. Right? Let's close it out. What you look like having a problem with any kind of a religious leader who hasn't done anything to you. You just know from the inside who really is the issue. Some of you all know, right? You've gone through a rebirth, total transformation. 1 and 9 is 20. 2, peace, right? 0 adds value to that 2. And so Source is saying, Source put you in these energies path, these two. Somebody has 2 exes to add peace to their lives. You would have been the best place, the safe, sacred space that they pray for, Aquarius, for them to open up. I'm talking to men and women, Aquarius, to open up about whatever. And it would have stayed right there, sacred, divine connections. But what they have to go do. They mess with, I'm telling you, Aquarius, see, I'm gonna leave some stuff out of this reading here. That's the book y'all need to read. It's the humility of, like I said before, the thing about the book of Nehemiah is that, and we're talking about the Old Testament, it was like what was concealed was revealed in the new. This is the old you, new you, old whoever, new whoever, right? There's going to be a total rebuilding of a whole lot of stuff that's happening, right? Because the events of what was already foretold was like 30 years prior to something actually happening. There's the number 3 again, right? Adding value to it. Something was already foretold. The gifts that somebody has is just, like I said, when you are already a star, and I'm not talking about celebrity at all, why in the world, that wouldn't even make logical sense for you to even have an issue with somebody else becoming a star. You're benefiting from them operating in their gifts. You're awake. That's what I have for you all, Aquarius. I'm sending you all good energy for this week. Hopefully you all have a great week. Start each day with a positive day. Very positive day. You made a complete transformation into a butterfly. That's your metamorphosis. You just had 2 energies in particular that were absolutely addicted. We're talking about Pluto, outermost planet, transformation. We're talking about your 8th house, okay? Your 8th house. Right? Yeah, we're talking about your 8th house here. We're talking about your 8th house here. So yeah, yeah, we're talking about your 8th house here. These energies have done the absolute most. We're talking about some of your exes have done the absolute most in trying to hide something that because they don't want to go through a transformation. Going through a Pluto is intense. It's intense. It's a outermost. It's a dwarf planet. It's an emotional roller coaster planet, right? It's a rebirth. It's a death rebirth. You've already gone through that. You've already gone through that, right? Yeah, so the Hammond spirit is the king's enemy. The king's enemy. It stands for the activity of the phase of the carnal consciousness in man, the adversary, that gives itself up particularly to working against man's religious thoughts and tendencies, his highest spiritual beliefs and aspiration. You were never the enemy, Aquarius. You can go ahead and close out your cycle and move on with your life. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.